What is up, guys? Charles from Team COG coming at you guys here with a post-commentary Dueling Book duel video brought to you by the C virus, since we're all quarantined. But we're going to have a Caleb number 90 piloting World Chalice and the Battling God playing ABCs. Take note, this is prior list, so if we might see maybe one or two busters pop down, but nevertheless, we'll get to see how both decks do using the new stuff that they have. We're going to see Shade Brigandine making the Link Spider. And also, guys, if you guys are very interested, Crush Cards has done a whole World Legacy lore. And they did another video tying into how, like, religions, or like how the World Legacy lore is very loosely, well, I wouldn't say loosely, it's quite a bit based off of, like, some religious views or religious icons, such as, like, all the World Legacies are based off of religious items within Judaism or Christianity, such as you're going to see here, the Lee. We'll probably search the Chalice here. Yep, there's the Chalice, which is based off of the Holy Grail. The Spear is based off of the Spear of Destiny. The Crown is based off the Crown of Thorns. The Spear is based off, like, the Spear, I think, of Galahad, which is a religious thing. Then, of course, Ark is based off of the Ark of the Covenant. Anyway, they've done a great job. They put a lot of time into it, and a lot of things I agree in. And we're going to see Impermanent Smackdown on the Chalice, which, if I remember right, if we read this correctly, Perm says negate the effects of the face-up card till the end of the turn, so we did rule in this case that Chalice would be negated, being sent to the graveyard. But thankfully, brought to you by Dueling Book here, we're seeing a little bit of a mix-up play here. I think he accidentally set the Exodius, meaning to summoning it, so Exodius is just going to come down and recycle almost everything. But we're going to see a Link 4, which is going to be into Skull Dread. And we're going to see the summon of Lee and a draw 4. I think he makes a Imduk Chain 2, Skull Dread Chain 1, which is a good way to protect the Skull Dread from certain cards like Ash Blossom and Ogre and stuff like that. Because if you've... Oh my gosh, he got to Lee, not Lee, to Venus. So if you guys don't know what World Chalice is, this card is one of the best starter cards in the entire deck. And that's one of the strong points and one of the weak points of World Chalice, is that pretty much none of their own cards are starters. All their own cards are cards that extend or that are needed, that go into to extend, and you have all these non-Chalice cards that get your engine going that are starters, like Venus, which essentially is just pay 500, special summon a vanilla, which, as we know, World Chalice thrives on normal monsters. But we're gonna start seeing some Link shenanigans into an Appaloosa, the Goddess Bow. And I do believe he just makes, is that it? Appaloosa pass with a Skull Dread? Well, he actually does get a boost, so that's actually pretty good. I can't remember if Appaloosa, I think Appaloosa just has no tokens. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you guys. I own the card, but couldn't tell you. Oh, it looks like, yep, see, he has to, I think he has to use different names, actually. So he's going to have to turn one of those into an Imduk, I believe. Which, of course, is not no problem. Imduk being at least 3, as I know of, in his deck. But, yeah, guys, we had a family emergency pop up. I wasn't able to get any videos, so Monday, which was very upsetting. However, my man Shane pulled through, and if you haven't checked out his Zexal combo video, this video will go up on Monday, and then I will have the Crusadia, no LP or Red MD combo this coming up this past Friday. So please remember to check those 2 videos out. And if you haven't, go ahead and give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Everything's appreciated. Stay tuned for more live streams. I'm actually going to pretty much start live streaming a lot more here. Since there's not really much to do and I have the time, I'm going to just, yeah, let it go. But we're going to see Silver Gadget touchdown. Silver Gadget is going to, I believe, activate the effect. And if you guys are wondering why there's no talking in the chat box next to it, essentially we all 3 were on talking to this. But I think, oh man, no effect of Gadget. That's quite crazy. He's going to pass it on over. Oh no, never mind. Gadget was just negated by Appaloosa. Duh. But, yep, so stay tuned. Make sure to check out those previous 2 videos. And, well, I'm gonna just, like, yeah, the upload subject to change with since I work in healthcare, like I could get called into work tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but this video should be going up, and then if this video goes up before the combo video, please remember just to check it out. But World Legacy World Chalice being banished to search out any World Legacy card. And I'm curious to see how Lee comes out. Oh, he probably special summons it off of the Skull Dread, maybe? But Lee's gonna get him the World Legacy World Chalice Guard Dragon, the loyal boy. I'm trying to think on how he got, unless he had it in his hand. Oh yes, I bet you that's what, yeah, there you go. He specialed it with Skull Dread. Then he was able to normal summon the Chalice with World Legacy World Chalice. Is a powerful card, even when left up on the field. Also, guys, remember, if you see any cards on this list that you like and you'd want to get, remember to use our TCG affiliate link down in the description down below. Everything you use gets kicked back to the channel, and guys, every time we get any sort of kickback or anything like that, donations, anything like that from the live streams, we get closer to pushing out the World Legacy World Heroes playmat. So again, all you guys who have helped so far, thank you so much for helping me get as far as we have, and we just gotta keep pushing and wait until, because it's gonna be a beautiful, and the first fully custom is gonna be the first cloth customizable, not customizable, first fully customized cloth Crusadia playmat. Ooh, we're gonna see double Ningritsu pop down, or beckoned, I believe, beckoned. Since Digesto Emerald's back, that pretty much it's like the vanilla to go to. He used to play Chosen because he was a E-Tele target, but now that Digesto's back and you can pretty much just shuffle everything back. And I was watching Phoenix Flare live stream and test with this deck, and he pretty much put in the 3 Jar of Avarice, and he was able to draw through his entire deck like 3 times. It's just, the World Chalice is just a straight draw heavy deck, which is kind of crazy and kind of cool. Interesting enough, it has, with the release of Appaloosa, it's not so dependent on seeing the Kyoto Waterfront and Gamecill like package, because that used to be like one of the only win cons, except for like a co-link Trigate, and even then, like, it wasn't too consistent. And with the hits of terraforming and stuff, the consistency of seeing that terraforming Kyoto has gone down. So Appaloosa being able to come out has given such another like win condition to the deck. And I've been able to see him put up boards with like Appaloosa where no Nightmare Phoenix is, with Trigate being co-linked. It's just crazy what the deck can really do. We're gonna see Nightmare Unicorn, and that's another thing. Like, this deck has always been, so this deck has always been able to do, but just other decks have always just kind of been able to do it better. Has been able to abuse the Nightmare package of just continually going through the Nightmares and picking apart boards using Cerberus, Phoenix, and what's it called, Unicorn, just to pick apart opponents' boards. And then you also have the deck has the ability to spit out a Griffin that's co-linked, and it's just, oh, the deck is honestly the first link deck, and it is really nasty. But we looks like World Chalice taking game 1 here, and we're gonna see what ABCs can do. Because I assume at the ABC, I think Gus was playing, or excuse me, Battling God. He was playing to go in second, but I think he's opting to go first, which is gonna activate Hanger, which is gonna be responded to by a Droll and Lock Bird. So it's very interesting. Now that's another thing, like most people, it's a side deck option, but most people were siding this and maining this due to the fear of Spirals, which, as I did that sideline video, Spirals was just too, Spirals was just, it's kind of like the C virus. It was just hyped up to be something, but it turned out to be very good, but you know, not the best. But we're gonna see Union Driver being able to be equipped, and Union Driver is really interesting. It pretty much allows you to banish it to equipped an appropriate target from deck to a target you control, and then since this piece was not equipped by Union Hanger, it can activate its effect to special summon itself. But also, the new recent ban list kind of did hurt this deck. I think the deck can fully function with just one Buster. I think you just have to be more conservative, and you also just got to play what's it called, Magnet Reverse. You got to, you know, play Jar of Avarice. You have to play, you can use Digesto and put it back. I kind of like the ban list. To me, it's not really, I'll kind of touch base on it now here in case I don't touch base on it on the combo video, and in case I do, it might just be a repeat. But well, there's the one Buster, nice, with a gadget and 2 sets, pretty decent if you ask me. But my opinion on the ban list, it was a lot of checking certain decks and preemptively hitting cards that they figured would be problem, such as Buster. I don't believe Buster Dragon should have gone. I actually full-heartedly believe they hit the wrong Buster, that they were probably were going to go for the Buster Whelp. And then on top of that, like pretty much hitting all the good tuners that Needle Fiber, Halifibrex could summon. And then just the banning Spiral Master Plan, and then bringing back drones, just to kind of put it in check. Just banning Tiger was it was needed because Time Thief's too good. It was just too consistent, being able to reborn so many cards and so many turns, like, it was just unreal. But where's the Venus touchdown? And Venus is just going to pay 500. I believe it paid 500 twice. Pay 500 again. He's trying to force out the Buster because as far as he knows, that's the Buster's only thing that is live. The other two cards are more than likely an impermanence or a call by the grave. But potentially if you were looking at impermanence, people normally set it in the middle zone just because that's the most the most common zone for people to play spells in. So you just go pow. Negation. But we're going to see him trying to bait the Buster with the Cerberus. He's going to chain Call by the Grave to the summon of Cerberus, targeting, my guess, he would probably target Mduk, shutting that off. And then my guess is he's potentially, then he's going to chain Buster. That would be, yep, there's Buster tagging out. But Buster's going to be met with another Called by the Grave, which is pretty bad. Assuming that he only had the one Buster, this is where Magnet Reverse would come in. But since this is pre, he does have access to more, but not being able to get those pieces out put him in a very difficult position. He has no cards in hand, one card set, and the Gadget. And the Gadget is just going to be able to float out into a gold or silver Gadget, which is not going to get him too much. But again, guys, this is where you see like the Nightmare Toolbox that like the World Chalice has always been able to abuse come in really handy. It's just able to force certain cards, which is extremely, extremely good. Yeah, but we're going to see Napaloosa for 3. But like I said, guys, as you notice, like his hand, he didn't see Waterfront. He didn't see like any sort of he saw Venus, which could have gone to Waterfront, but he didn't want to risk it for the biscuit. But then again, the deck can just fall back easily on Apollousa. And some things that people don't realize is since all the World Chalice float from the hand, they can not just end on Apollousa, they can end on Apollousa with a World Legacy World Chalice as another form of disruption. But the turn is going to continue on here. Not much doing. He negated the Platinum Gadget, reducing Apollousa down to 2. Now we're just kind of seeing a set and then a pass. That's not looking too good for Battling God up there in the corner. But he's not actually in the worst case scenario, because one thing, if you notice, World Chalice doesn't have a lot of cards in hand. He has 2 cards in hand that I can see, but he normal summons Lee, which is going to be met by an Infinite Impermanence. I almost would have held the Infinite Impermanence because he's already normal summoned and Lee can't turn into anything. So I'd have held the Infinite Impermanence to hit the Apollousa, and then during your turn if you drew into like a piece or something. But now we're in a top decking war, and let's see if the Battling God can pull through with it. But we're going to see a set that's not looking good. However, World Chalice not being able to put on a lot of pressure in this match. We're going to see a similar set. Oh, Shea Brigandine. Never mind. Shea Brigandine just being set and summoned. Instead of just putting the trap there, you're just going to summon a token. You guys get it. Dueling Book. Some people are not too familiar with it. We're going to see a Link 2 into Phoenix. Again, guys, abusing that Nightmare, like the Nightmare engine, and then he's just going to be able to draw cards to recoup his hand and potentially draw into more extenders such as Exodius and such powerful cards like Succession, you name it. Call by the Grave is going to be activated, targeting Lee. I believe that was a good call on his part, however, it's not looking too good. We're going to see Orion go to the graveyard. So he must, I think this ABC build was incorporating Needle Fiber as well. It's going to put out a token, and we're going to see the top deck war. So Chalice being in a very powerful position at the moment, having 2 negations, prominently able to stop anything that Battling God is able to do. ABC player just has to set. Coincidentally though, he's only getting smacked for 19 and 18, which I think is not lethal this turn. But he's down to 2,000. It's looking grim. Not looking good for the ABC player. Main phase 1, what are we going to see here? Cock-a-doodle-doo being special summon. He's trying to Donald Trump here and build a wall, potentially hoping to outlast, because that 2000 booty is actually extremely powerful. But we're going to see the normal summon, I believe, of Droll and Lockbird. Essentially, if he has one card in hand, I do believe we're going to see a Nightmare Unicorn pop down. Yep, guys, and that is going to be game 2. Spinning back the Cock-a-doodle-doo, he's open for direct attack. So anyway, guys, thank you guys so much for watching. This has been Charles from Team COG. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Signing out.